and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Nice. You know, it's always good to be busy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it it feels like it helps you stay sane.
Yeah.
You know, in a country or in a continent, or should I say even in a world that's so full of pressure, targets, especially for millennials.
Yeah.
Now, for folks who do not know you, you're an award-winning interior designer. Very good stuff.
Thank you.
What inspires you to do what you do?
What inspires me to do what I do? I just say, for a very long time, I have been passionate about interior design, and it mostly started from my previous job where I used to work for an e-commerce furniture company, and we evolved into doing on-site projects. So being in charge of the on-site projects, I slowly got to see this is exactly the direction I want to take with my career. And at the same time is when one of my close friends' mom was building in Kitengela, and she was seriously looking for an interior designer.
Yeah.
She was calling so many of them. Now others not picking her calls. When Namwambia, her project is too small.
Oh my God.
Yes. So at that time, and then she reached out to me, and I was like, yeah, sure, I can definitely do it for you.
Yeah.
And it's after I did that project that I knew for sure that's the interior design is for me.
So this path found you.
Yeah.
You didn't find it. Who for me, I want to bring it down to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not designing and creating,
mm-hmm.
what are you doing? Who is Julz, other than the interior designer?
Well, when Julz is not designing, Julz is just a simple girl out here trying to look for various ways and learn various ways to propel in design.
Yeah.
Let me just say, everything about my life is just about design.
So you're a creative.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I guess we could say so.
Yeah. So I've also seen that you describe your style as creating cozy nests.
Yeah.
What does that phrase mean?
So creating cozy nests is personal for me because it's a blend of getting into a client space, listening to what the client wants, the emotions of the client, the ideas of the client, and then now fusing that with my perspective in interior design.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm able to craft a well enough space that I now call a cozy nest. So for me, it's basically ideas of a client and blending them with my interior perspective.
Right.
And then now using that to craft something beautiful for them.
I like how you put it. So how do you balance functionality and what you just described, your own creativity and of course the client's needs?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you bring the two? How does it play out and make it very functional and of course something that people can actually admire and buy?
So you know how in a home there are essential stuff that have to be there, and there's a way you can, as a designer, design and incorporate those essential things in a home and make them both aesthetic and functional.
There you go.
So for me, I try as much as possible to, if I go to a client and the client wants, let us find a way to hide this hideous thing in my house that I don't like, we'll probably create a built-in and we'll make it look very beautiful. Even when someone walks in, they'll be like, they wouldn't know what was behind it.
Yeah.
So that's all about functionality and aesthetics for me and design for me.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. So walk us through the process. Say I'm a client and I'm like, oh my God, this girl over here, I think she can do the work.
Yeah.
So from conception to completion, how does it look like? How do you engage with me to a point where now, we're doing the work?
So initially, I can say most of our clients reach out to us via social media and referrals. So once the client reaches out, we plan for a site visit. When we do the site visit, the whole essence of the site visit is to be able to align on the scope of work and align on the ideas and the designs that they would like. And then using that, I'm now able to do for them a drawing of for them to visualize how their spaces will look like.
Yeah.
So once we do the drawing, they visualize how the space will look. We then move forward to now curating a budget breakdown. That's the quotation for them. We agree with them. and then now we proceed to start the project. So
Right.
starting the project is mostly, we first commence with procuring the materials, and then now we proceed to site to now do the work.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't end there, because even for me, I have to walk the whole journey with the client until the moment where I have to hand over the project, the deliverable, to them.
How would you describe your philosophy in relation to because you're well traveled, in relation to Kenyan spaces? Yeah. What's your design like? No. Just let me just say philosophy. How would you describe it in simple terms?
What's our design philosophy?
Yeah.
In the global scale?
No, in the Kenyan scale.
In the Kenyan scale.
What do you bring different to the table?
First of all, I think, Kev, if I can say, Kenyans, we really suffer from a disease called trends. Yani,
For real.
we suffer from a disease called trends. Somebody will literally see something somewhere and want it copied and pasted in the same color and manner.
Yeah.
And for us as Cozinest Interiors, we want to push clients away from that.
Right.
Yeah, we want our design philosophy to feel, like a client relates to the space.
Yeah.
We want the client to be able to design their own space without being a copy, mimicking another design somewhere else. So our philosophy is basically designing items that, or rather designs that are, that tell the story of the client.
Let me ask you something. As an individual, if you were in a client's shoes, and you're thinking, I want to stand out, because you see, let me tell you, by the way, from where I come from, I come from the west side, the lake side, and I've seen certain spaces where guys really try to be different. I've gone to certain homes, I'm like, okay, fine, I get what you were doing. You're trying to be authentic, different, but sometimes I'm just like, this is just too creative. It's borderline ugly. You understand? Yeah, so is that the problem of the designer? It's a case of, the owner of the home is just trying too much. So what's the issue over here? Is it maybe the designer was not good enough? There was a communication breakdown. There wasn't an understanding between the interior designer and the owner of the home. What do you think plays out in a situation like that, where somebody's just trying too much and it's now looking really bad?
Very bad. It works two ways. It could be the client basically wants a mix of so many design styles, and then when put together, they just clash. Or it could be also the designer is trying as much as possible to meet the wants and desires and preferences of the client, and when they come out, they don't come out well executed.
Yeah.
So it could be either way. But for us, Cozinest, tutakusikiza, and that is the whole essence of the site visit. We will listen to you as a client. We will now use your ideas and designs and come in and bring our ideas and try and marry them together to create for you a well-crafted space.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's take a short break, guys. Remember, we're talking to Julz Maitha. She's an award-winning interior designer, and we're talking the art of interior designing. So if you have any questions, you want to get into this space, you're a creative and you're thinking, oh my God, this is just the type of conversation that I like, I'm inviting you to call us on 0719012600. This is #AfterHours on Spice, and I'm your